You know that feeling when you've been staring at a screen for hours or just doing some incredibly detailed task, and then you finally look up?
Oh, yeah, totally. The room suddenly feels massive.
Right. It's this almost forced surrender of your focus. And, well, that's exactly what today's deep dive is about. What happens to our brains when nature literally forces us to stop hunting for details?
It's a fascinating shift, really.
Yeah, so we are looking at this stunning photograph and a written reflection by Ben Fuchsia. He's a birdwatcher, a guide, nature photographer, and honestly, just an all-around nature lover.
Yeah, he's got a great eye.
The piece is called Silhouettes in Stillness, The Last Cast at Sedgefield, and it was taken down on South Africa's garden route, which is just gorgeous.
It really is. And to, get why this specific image matters so much, you have to understand the sheer physical exhaustion that led up to it.
Like a long day in the field, right?
Exactly. I mean, Fuchsia spent the entire day hunting for these tiny micro details. He was tracking the erratic flights of malachite kingfishers and watching gray herons slowly stalk through the reeds.
That sounds exhausting.
It really is. By the time the sun starts dropping, his eyes and his brain are just completely fried from that high alert scanning.
I mean, it makes me think of taking off a heavy pair of magnifying glasses at the end of a workday. You suddenly just can't stress over those tiny, frantic details anymore.
Right, like trying to spot one specific feather pattern in the bush.
Yeah, exactly. And the vibrant colors of the finbows, that really dense native South African shrubland, they just kind of bleed away into silver and charcoal.
Which is actually a deeply physical process, not just a poetic one.
Wait, really? Like something biological is happening to how he sees the landscape?
Oh, absolutely. When the light fades like that, your eyes literally lose the ability to process color.
Huh. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so your cone cells, the ones that handle color and fine detail, they basically start shutting down, and your rod cells take over, and those only detect light and dark.
Wow, so you physically cannot see the details anymore. It's like a forced neurological reset.
That's exactly it. Your brain has literally no choice but to shift gears and process the world in these broad atmospheric strokes instead of, hunting for specific subjects.
Which totally explains the wild visual tension in the photo. Like, I'm looking at it right now, and my brain is almost glitching trying to process it.
It is a striking image for sure.
Yeah, he's got these 3 fishermen standing on this tiny sliver of sand, and the water around them is just perfectly flat. I think he calls it liquid diamonds.
Yeah, liquid diamonds, which is such a great phrase.
It really is. But then right above them, the clouds look so heavy and almost violent, just piling up over the sea.
And stripping away the color is what makes that contrast feel so intense.
How so? Just because there's less to look at?
Sort of, yeah. I mean, your brain isn't busy processing the blue of the water or the vibrant orange of the sunset. It is just left with pure form and geometry.
Oh, I see. So it's just the shapes.
Right. You get these fragile vertical lines of the fishing rods standing in direct opposition to the massive looming energy of the sky.
It feels like the classic calm before the storm. Like the whole world is taking a deep breath before night takes over entirely.
Exactly. It's like the earth itself is just pausing.
And in that pause, standing out there in the dark, Fuchsia realizes that he and these fishermen are totally in sync. They're sharing the exact same rhythm.
Which makes sense, given his background. As a nature photographer and guide, he spends a huge chunk of his life in this state of suspended animation.
Right, just sitting and waiting.
Yeah, you sit, you wait, and you hope the light breaks or the bird lands.
Mm-hmm.
And looking at these silhouettes, he realizes the fisherman's internal metronomes are ticking at the exact same speed as his.
But isn't there, like, a weird irony in all of that?
How do you mean?
Well, whether you're a bird watcher holding your breath for a rare lifer, that one specific bird you've been trying to spot your whole life, or a fisherman waiting for a tug on the line, the actual catch almost doesn't matter.
Yeah, that is the core paradox of how we interact with the wild, honestly.
Right. We go out there with these super active, goal-oriented mindsets.
Totally. We want to conquer the trail, get the perfect shot, catch the fish. But the profound psychological restoration doesn't actually come from achieving the goal.
It comes from the waiting.
Exactly. It comes from the forced stillness of the wait itself.
So basically, a fading sunset in Sedgefield manages to completely unite the photographer and the fisherman.
They are both just anchored there in that silver light.
Yeah, communicating through the shared language of patience. I love that.
It really strips away our modern obsession with immediate results, It just leaves the experience of the present moment.
Which brings us right back to you listening to this. In our daily routines, we are so hyper-focused on our own version of the perfect shot or the final catch.
We always have those magnifying glasses on.
We really do, just stressing over every little detail to maximize productivity. So here's a thought for you to take away today.
A little something to mull over.
Exactly. Where in your own life can you intentionally take those glasses off? Where can you stop striving for the end result and just allow your brain the forced reset it needs?
Just to find some peace in the art of the wait.
Couldn't have said it better myself.